Jewelry Bonney's real identity. Now, Jewelry Bonney is a really unique One Piece character. The fact is she's the only female Worst Generation member. Yes, there's 11 Worst Generation members. Well, actually 12 Worst Generation members if you add Blackbeard, which I think Blackbeard is kind of confirmed to be a Worst Generation member. People always argue that. And she is the only female member a part of that group, so I find that kind of unique. We also know she has a larger-than-life personality. We've seen her, she likes to stuff her face with food. Even though she doesn't look that overweight, she loves eating. Kind of reminds you of a certain main character of the series. And she has a larger-than-life appetite. She just eats a lot, and I feel like she's a very important character in the future of the One Piece story. We know her power, her fruit power is very hacked, and we've seen it into action. She's able to change the age of herself. She can become a kid, like we saw when she was protecting Zoro from the Celestial Dragon. Well, not really from the Celestial Dragon, but from the Admiral that will come if they hurt the Celestial Dragon. Later on, it didn't even work because, Luffy, he's just like Zoro, he don't give no chill. But we've seen her when she used it to help out with Zoro's situation. We also seen this when she used it on the Marines, the fodder Marines. She changed all their ages. So, she can use it on herself. She can use it on others. It's a very unique power. I'm not too sure what more can she do with the power. I can't wait to see it more in action, but it's something that is intriguing. Now, something really cool about Bonney is that her and Rouge were the only Worst Generation members that weren't under a Yonko or going against a Yonko. Now, recently we found out some things about Rouge. I don't want to spoil anime onlys, but Jewelry Bonney is pretty much, she's the only one who we haven't seen go under a Yonko or go against a Yonko. I find that quite interesting. What is she planning? What is her goal? We know Pirate King is most of these pirates' goal, but what is their other goal? So we'll see the short-term goals. There's long-term goals and there's short-term goals. We've seen that with Monkey D. Luffy trying to defeat Kaido and all the Yonkos, but his long-term goal is to become the Pirate King. Now, something which I've seen thousands, maybe hundreds of theories about is when Jewelry Bonney is seen crying at the Marineford War. If you guys did not know, there's a moment where Jewelry Bonney is seen crying at the Marineford War. It's the part where Whitebeard seems to be dead. Yeah, Whitebeard seems to be killed, and there's been some controversy. Some people say she was crying over Ace. She might have been a lover of Ace. I don't think so, but there's been some theories about that. But I think it's most likely she was crying about the death of Edward Newgate. One Piece! Okay, One Piece is real. So I'm hyped to see what's her connection to Whitebeard. Why was she crying? Maybe she just looked up to the pirate. Now, we know that as soon as the Marineford War is over, she was angry. She was pissed off at a certain guy, a guy named Marshall D. Teague, Blackbeard. Yes, Blackbeard has a lot of people pissed off at him. And she went to go fight Blackbeard. Now, obviously, this is a really dumb mistake. Blackbeard just obtained another Devil Fruit. Not just another Devil Fruit, Whitebeard's Devil Fruit. He was on a power high. To go against Blackbeard was not something that was smart. But, pirates, they fight with their heart, They don't really fight with their brains, Sometimes they just fight with their heart, If they're feeling something in their emotions, they're gonna go and fight. She took a huge L to the Blackbeard, the future Yonko at that point, and Blackbeard's like, I think that was one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen someone say in One Piece. There's been more, but this is one funny one that was really big. When Blackbeard's like, you don't have the power to be one of the crew members, but you can be my girl. And I was like, okay, Blackbeard, that's very disrespectful to Bonney. And he got the repercussions. Bonney kicked his face in, and all the crew was laughing. I love that moment. You should see that in the anime. It's hilarious. But yeah, I definitely think that her anger towards Blackbeard was definitely related to Whitebeard and the death of Whitebeard, so it just further implies that she's more about Whitebeard than Ace. Now, pretty much 1 second later, Akainu comes in to get Blackbeard, and he sees Bonney, and there's the whole it's very weird conversation between Akainu and Bonney, where he's like, oh, you ran away again, like he knew Bonney. It was on a first name basis. He knew everything about Bonney. What is her connection to the Marines or the world government? There has to be a connection, because you don't just talk to Bonney like that if you didn't know them. Bonney's a supernova, and the way they were talking is like they were cordial. They knew about each other. So I definitely can't wait to see. I think Bonney's flashback, which a lot of people don't really talk about, is going to be one of the greatest flashbacks in the One Piece story. Very emotional, and I think, it's going to bring a lot of people to tears. Bonney seems like has a nasty flashback, something that she just kept on fighting. She has that personality. I can't wait to see her flashback. It has definitely to do with Akainu knowing something. Now, I've seen countless, and I say countless, theories of people saying that Jewelry Bonney is the daughter of Big Mom. Now, do I agree with this? I'm not too sure right now, but they say say because she has the same lips as Big Mom, I believe, the whole lipstick style. Her pirate ship has some sort of candy thing. I'm not too sure, but they think that she has been the daughter of Big Mom. Now, if she's the daughter of Big Mom, that would be cool, but I personally don't think she's the daughter of Big Mom. She has a unique devil fruit, which a lot of Big Mom children should have. So people have been saying, yo, maybe it's a Big Mom and Whitebeard thing, because, you know, she's crying over Whitebeard's death. She has some similarities towards Big Mom. Maybe Whitebeard and Big Mom had some dealings in the sheets, and Jewelry Bonney came out of nowhere. Who knows? I'll be honest here. I don't feel like Whitebeard and Big Mom were together. I do not agree with that. But there has been theories, and I thought I would discuss for a little bit. Now, I think one of the coolest theories is people are saying that Jewelry Bonney isn't really the age of which I think they assume she was around the early 20s, like 24, 25, I'm not too sure. So that's the age they assume she is. But people have been saying that maybe Jewelry Bonney is same age as the Void Century. Maybe she's like a 1,000 years old, all the way going back to the Void Century, and she's keeping the Gorosei young. And now that's a very interesting theory. That could be the reason why I kind of was talking that way to her. Now, personally, I don't really see it just yet. I feel like I need some more evidence to see that if there's a connection of her making the Gorosei young. But it's a really interesting theory, and nothing to knock it. But yeah, I feel like that's a very cool theory. People brought up the Gorosei age, maybe because a lot of a big theory is the Gorosei have been there since the Void Century. So Bonney is like the person that they add to it. I find it cool. Now, looking at something very intriguing is Jewelry Bonney's kid picture. If you did not know, the creator of One Piece, Ichiro Oda, likes to draw these characters while they're kids. And I think you guys should check out all of them because they're very interesting. A lot of theories could be made about this. But when you see Jewelry Bonney as a kid, she seems poor, she seems raggedy, and you can see her like she looks like pretty much someone that's not well off. Now, after seeing this kid picture and a lot of the other things I've been talking about, I'm starting to think that she might have been a slave. Yes, you're thinking a slave. Well, come on, Mac, that's a big reach. I believe that Jewelry Bonney might have been a slave to the Celestial Dragons. Now, we know that Celestial Dragons, they like to give their slaves Del Fruits. What if there was a situation where they had Jewelry Bonney as a kid, she was a slave to Celestial Dragons, kind of like Boa Hancock and her sisters, and they gave Jewelry Bonney a Del Fruit, just like Boa Hancock and her sisters, and the Del Fruit was the age Del Fruit, where she can manipulate age. Then, after that, she got a more important role as keeping the Gorosei young, because we know that 20 years ago, during the O'Hara situation where Robin's whole island was destroyed, the Gorosei look exactly the same until now. It's 20 years. So I believe the Gorosei have not been there since Void Century. They might have been just their age might have been altered just recently. Jewelry Bonney 20 years ago, she started doing it, and then she ran away, started her own pirate crew. That could be that's my prediction right now. I'm not too sure if it's gonna happen, but I feel like it's gonna be epic if this is a situation. That's why, yo, like theories, yo, you throw out theories, yo, you can get wrong like in the next chapter, the next episode. So like, that's what's funny about theories. It's just a fun thing to do. Now, personally, I've told you guys in the beginning of the video, Monkey D. Luffy, Jewelry Bonney, I can't wait for that future interaction. The reason why I can't wait for that future interaction, they're so similar. We know they're both pirate captains. They both like to eat a lot. They both don't seem like they eat a lot, but they don't seem like the food actually goes to them. So people have been theorizing that Jewelry Bonney might be the pirate queen. I don't think she's gonna be Luffy and Jewelry Bonney is going to be a thing. I might be wrong, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I just want to see their interaction. I want them to become friends. I want Jewelry Bonney and Monkey D. Luffy to become friends, or even fight, or maybe be enemies. Don't like each other like Zoro and Sanji. It'll be funny, good characterization, seeing them go at it. Now, there is this whole Jewelry Bonney for Straw Hats, and I am not buying it. If Jewelry Bonney is a Straw Hat, I'm telling you right now, Straw Hats are going to be really OP, because Jewelry Bonney, I believe she's on the same level of like, I don't think she's on the same level as Luffy, but she's like maybe under Zoro and Sanji, a little bit around Zoro and Sanji. I don't know where you would put her. She's very hacked though. She could be equal to Zoro and Sanji, who knows, but she's on that level and she's very powerful. So if she's on Straw Hat Pirates, it's gonna be tough for me to get on that board trip. Like, it's kind of like me, how I feel about some certain other One Piece character who people want him to be a Straw Hat Pirate. I'll do a video on it probably tomorrow or the day after. But yeah, Jewelry Bonney, I wanted to see a future interaction between Luffy and Bonney. It might even be important when it comes to the final war. Whitebeard said, yo, when the One Piece is found, it's gonna be an epic war. Jewelry Bonney is gonna be maybe a big help to Luffy during that time, going against the Gorosei, the world government, the Marines. It's gonna be exciting. We might get a flashback then. And Oda said, yo, the final war will make Marineford look like filler, so be excited. Now, right now, Jewelry Bonney, we've seen her, a little bit of her sometimes. We see her being really impressed about the alliance with Luffy and Law and Kid and Apu, all those. We've seen her talking about how, oh, Luffy took out Doflamingo. That's very impressive. Someone from my worst generation. But she's by herself. She doesn't have no crew with her. I think right now, the recent one, she was in a winter island. I'm not too sure. But Jewelry Bonney, they're building her up. I don't think she's getting built up for right now. I think she's getting built up for later in the story, near end of story to end of story. And she's going to be like, okay, finally we get some Jewelry Bonney stuff. That's what we're going to feel. And I'm so excited. Yo, the worst generation. I love that group. And Jewelry Bonney is one of those characters I love from that group. I might do a video similar like this to some other characters if you guys want to. I'm not too sure. Like and share if you enjoyed. Like and share only if you enjoyed. And tell me your thoughts about Jewelry Bonney. I'll be honest here. Tell me your thoughts about Jewelry Bonney because I want to see what you guys believe about this character. I know you guys probably have some epic theories I can't wait to read in the comment section if you guys do. Like I said, yo, subscribe for more One Piece content. Yo, I'm the LegendMac, and I'm gone.